Hi, I am Police Chief Jeff Long and welcome to this month's version of LPD Chief's Report. Today I want to talk a little bit about why we drive with our red lights and sirens. Recently I had an email from a resident concerned about why we're driving with our red lights and sirens because they've looked in the police blotter and didn't see any calls that would precipitate that. So one of the things that I always like to point out is a lot of the stuff that we do doesn't show up in the police blotter. When we respond to medical emergencies, when we respond to car accidents, when we respond to calls that sound that they're in progress but may not actually be. For example, just yesterday we responded to a call in which we were told there was a gun involved in a motorist dispute. When we got there, there really was no gun, but the witness thought that there had been. So it's things like that that won't show up in the police blotter. But what's really important to remember is, especially on medical emergencies, when you're talking breathing issues, every second literally counts. So we're counting on the general public to help us out. It's our responsibility to drive safely with our red lights and sirens, but we're also counting on other motorists to pull aside. State law says that you must pull to the right portion of the roadway when you see or hear red lights and sirens. And what that'll help us do is proceed through traffic safely and get to the medical emergency in a reasonable amount of time. So again, we're asking for the public's help. Cars these days are very well insulated. They're very quiet, there's more speakers, and it blocks the outdoor noise. But you need to be aware of your surroundings, just like officers do when they drive red lights and siren. One of the things that we have at intersections is called an Opticon. And an Opticon is something that changes the lights so that when we're driving, it will let traffic flow in the direction that we're going. You'll often see a flashing red or white light on top of the stoplight, which means the Opticon has been triggered. So when you see that, that generally means an emergency vehicle, whether it's a fire truck, ambulance, or police car, is on the way. If we all work together, we can all get to our destination safely. And that's it for this month's version of LPD Chief's Report. We'll see you next month.